Yo, good morning. It's your boy Mike Nice the Barber. We are back again with the morning check-in. If you're not seeing it right now, you see it a little bit later. If you're not seeing it right now, you see it a little bit later. Type yo in the comment box. Just to let me know that you tapped in. So good. I don't know what's going on Instagram today. They reconnecting. I don't know. We're gonna have to do something different. Yo, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yo, Rock, what's up? I think I gotta tap out. Call it that one. Good morning. Yo. Let's see. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Yo, good morning. Yo, man, I don't know what's going on with TikTok. I mean Instagram. We gonna have to be set. Good morning, positive vibes, yo. Good morning, good morning. We are out here. Rock, what's up? I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's going on with Yo T, good morning. I don't know what's up with Instagram right now. I got to reset it because it's bugging out. But we over here because we everywhere. That ain't gonna change. What's good? Good morning. Yo, if you haven't, all right, look. If you haven't started, T, again, if you ain't start what you was gonna do, go ahead and start it. What's going on? What we got going on out here? We working, yo. Good morning. Thursday, man. Throwback Thursday. Right? But I ain't got nothing to throw back. I got nothing to throw back. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. What you got going on? Busy, man. Staying busy. That's what I'm doing. Take away old habits. See, you always active. You're right. But what you doing? What's going on, brother? Brethren. Ah, man. It's always something, man. Always something. I don't know if Instagram acting up, but yo, good morning, IG. We've been on a check-in, but IG acting up. What's up? Good morning, yo. Who else is on? I can't see. Leave a comment. Yo, I like StreamYard. I like the way StreamYard is working. Yo, Rolls Royce. I like the way StreamYard is working. I can get my comments. I can see the comments. New job making 6 figures. So, oh man, congrats, kid. I hope it's gonna happen for you. It's gonna happen. That's good. So you retiring from New York City, and you gonna do something else. That's good. So we out here working, Rolls Royce. You know what I'm saying? We out here shaking and baking. That's what's up. So we working on. We gotta get back to. I gotta get back to it, man. I fell off from the gym, yo, because I've been trying to get my time right, and I'm up at 6:30. Kids are up. I'm up, but I'm laying in the bed, right? Laying in the bed, getting ready to start the morning and figure out what's the move, because a lot of times I don't schedule out what I'm going to talk about Um, oh, that's good. Um, I don't necessarily write down day to day what I want to talk about. I don't do that because sometimes I like if I say like today's Thursday, so on Monday I say, yo, I'm going to talk about this Thursday. I don't want to talk about it because something else comes up that I rather talk about. So it's a little different. Um, but my schedule is kind of crazy. I don't want to get up at 5:30 a.m. and go to the gym. I don't do it, but other people should. I just don't want to. Long days, Royce. You know we got those long days. So you work for me. I need to shade this down. Yo, good morning. Prince Matt, good morning. We out here. It's another day. Thanks everybody for tapping in. If you have been tapping in all the time and getting this platform hot, I definitely appreciate it, man. I want to say thank you. But when you come in, when you tap in, and you see that little blue box that says share it. Let's keep growing. Yesterday, recap. Yesterday was good, talking about friendship. And there was a little religion involved, a little bit, but not much TikTok, not much religion, but we just got some clarity. We got some clarity with disclaimers of, when we get on and we'll say, just disclaimers for people who don't want to announce what they follow or worship, right? Or who they worship and who. So we got some clarity. It was good, man. And I'm really glad that people are tapping in and listening, because the everyday stuff that we talk about, that we think about, that nobody really wants to discuss. So whatever comes to my mind, I'll just say it. And I think the day before that we talked about. Is that too loud? Hey, Rob, is that too loud in the background? That music? How loud is it? Do I gotta fight over it, or is it a good volume? Let me know. Let me know. Feeling good this morning. We always have these days when you have your good days and your bad days, right? You have good days and bad days. This is what we was talking about yesterday too. Cherish the bad days too, right? So you have your good days and your bad days. Bad days are like a lot of times you're feeling kind of down about everything that's going on, because I don't think anybody's life is great. Life is good. Life is great, but just to be alive, but to grief on grief, but just to everyday things happen. Everyday things happen, right? Not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Everyday things happen, but if you understand what I'm saying, everyday things happen. Like it's hard to explain, but everyday events like that, things happen in your life, and you guys just got to be happy for everything that comes across, man. But I was feeling that Papa stop if he hit the floor. Yo, good morning. And I was feeling like I was talking about my boy. So I'm kind of recapping, Pop. I was talking about my boy that 2 weeks ago he was blowing my phone up and all that stuff, and I spoke to him the other day, and he went to his first AA meeting, and he's getting sober. Like he's taking steps. And guess I had to call cavalry in. I had to call it the cavalry. My mom's, yo. I get my mom's number. My mom's talked to him because she's been sober for like 40 something years. And she got on the phone with him yesterday and talked to him and kind of introduced him to somebody that's here. That's from around our way. That's from Queens. And they're gonna get him right. So shout out to them, man. That's good, man. I feel good. I was able to help get this brother right, man. Get on track. So that's good. That's great. We're doing it. Ain't nobody stopping us. Can't nobody stop us. See, bro, I can't even play the music because they'll cut me off. Ain't no stopping us now. If you know the song, act like that's playing in the background. Word. What's up? What's goody? What's the good word? What y'all got on your minds? I want to know. I want to know what's going on, what everybody's thinking. Chris, good morning. Ain't no stopping us now, man. Yo, you want to go out and come and tie back in? Because you going to, not giving off good energy, man. That smirk, you looking a little better, but come on, man. You can't tap in like that. You got to tap in like, yo, and you see my background is like a little blurry, like, see that? Ha!
Yeah. What's going on with that?
Oh man, different effects. They want effects.
A blurry effect. That's what they want.
Yeah, because it's on. The shine is on me. And I want to tell you too. Don't. We on IG too, right? My man Prince is on TikTok. Just to let y'all know, the guys that know me, people was speaking highly of me, and he was definitely kind of hating on that a little bit. But what can you do? You can't help who you are. You can't help who you are.
I had a barbershop appointment at 8 o'clock.
Who's the barber? Never mind, don't blow him up.
This dude by my house. You know what I'm saying? The Spanish dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You will be there 8 o'clock. Be there because I got a flight.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Those is nice.
That's crazy.
Those is nice.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Shit. I'm slowly getting back to my, frame game. You know what I'm saying? Fade frame. What up?
Hey, I got a question. You told me to send you my prescription. You told me to send you. You told me to send you a book. Like, are you just trying to just gather data on me or something like that? What do you want all this stuff for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with it?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
What are you doing with it?
That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Love and Light hit me up every morning. Yo, good morning, good brother. Love and Light. You can't get these though. You're not getting these.
I don't want those.
Yeah, boy, we back. Feeling good. Yo,
LA said.
Who's that?
I don't know. If my guy
Arthur said, okay. Pop, good morning, man. What's good? Pop have been kind of quiet. Other Pop. Been kind of quiet. No, that's his cousin.
Which one being quiet though?
Papa Stopper, 2.9. Yo, he said, yeah, that's him, LA said. Yo, T, we not in the yard today. Yo, I don't know, did you hear me talking about my mom?
Yeah.
Called her the cavalry, yo. She was like, well, what happened? What's going on? What's going on? I was like, Mom, just talk to him. He needs it. Give him a rundown. And she called one of the South Side, you know what I'm saying? Been around for a minute.
Support.
No, that's great. So let's talk about that, man. Let's dive into
recovery and support.
Yo, let's dive into support, man. Let's dive into that. Like, people need support. People need it. Like, some people, so okay, this platform is support. It's a support group too. We didn't add that. It's a support group too, because people are suffering in silence. And just like we talked about, there are people out there that are listening, and we are feeding them, and it's helping them. It's helping their relationships. It's helping their ways of communicating with others without communicating is giving them ways to communicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think support. I think suffering in silence is like it's almost like carbon monoxide. Like it's like a silent killer. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't have the person or the things or outlets to release to get those things off, all it does is compounds like stress, right? So there's something that's in your body called cortisol. And cortisol is released throughout your body when there's stress. Strain and stuff in your body. Once it's so much release, it actually kills you. So like stress is like a cup. You got a cup that's filled up. Constantly compact. Sooner or later, there's something that hits you that makes you explode. You know what I'm saying? And those things actually lead to what's going on in that world, right? Balance. You know what I'm saying? The domestic abuse, all of those things leads from not being able to have an outlet like this. Come on,
Outlet.
Some of that stuff off.
That's right.
So support is absolutely an outlet, a way to release some of the things that I put up a post the other day. I said, man, shout out to the people who, you know, going through stuff you don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm selfish. I use this platform for me to get my stuff up because I got a lot of stuff going on and I don't want to feel the way I feel half the time. And I get to feel good when I leave. You know what I'm saying? But support is important, man. It's super important. We got to continue to show support and give everybody the platform, no matter what they say, what they do. We got to give them a platform. You know, get it off. And we can clean it up. Like, we can fix it. We can, you know what I'm saying? Like, give people the outlet to see what they got to say. Men and women, like young people. You know, when we had Chris was something here. Matter of fact, Chris would be the court. I got to find out what's going on with him. But support is everything, man. Support is important.
That's what's
if I go in here and punch the Bob in the face, I'm wrong.
Yeah, see? Okay. Now, let's dive into that, man. Let's dive into, you know, your annoyance, right? You're annoyed with him. And why do we want to immediately go straight to the jaw? Violence.
I'm not annoyed. I just don't like. I called him last night. He said, "Yo, be there, eat a lot." I was here $7.59. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Everybody else, you got dudes that trying to take his customers. Yo, don't worry about me. I take care of you. 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 So I had to leave the barbershop and come sit in my car.
Yo, Steve.
Yo,
Yo, listen. Let me explain something to you. If it's somebody else that could give you a good haircut, you don't really need much. You just need a shave and a go do it. No. He needs to be taught a lesson because he can't do that.
No, he can be taught a lesson if I go to Queens and go to my brother's.
No.
But I don't have time for that.
Right. You don't have time to be waiting around for him. You don't got time to be, you got something to do. So are you worried about him being upset that you going to another barber? Are you worried about that?
Hell no.
So why won't you go somebody else?
I can't let anybody cut my hair. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you knew them like that.
I don't know.
Hey, you drink coffee?
You speak English?
You drink coffee?
What?
You drink coffee?
Yeah, I didn't get it yet.
Okay, that's why you acting crazy. Yo, few comments was on here.
I see what Chris meant about you.
Yo,
you're not really empathizing with what I'm going through right now.
I do, but yo, just go get a haircut. Just go to don't wait for this guy for an hour.
Just going to get a haircut from somebody who's cross-sided. You know what I'm saying?
They take care of you. You don't need much.
Nah, they got the kid doing the Al Boston right now. I'm not going.
Yo, for everybody who don't know, Papa Stop It is the Harlem Pops. Just so everybody know, not the Lawson Pops. Pop, would you say you be in that space all the time? What do you mean? I don't understand. Come on, man.
Pop should just come on and tell us what he means. You know what I'm saying? Because Pop always in the comments and never want to come on and share.
He does, but Pop be rolling up and all that. We can't do all that.
Man, yo, man, this is the world we live in, man. Let them be.
No. Yo, Steve, what's up, Steve?
triple A, Ashley Asian American.
Yo, maybe he thought you meant 8 o'clock at night.
Made in China. What up, Steve? Good morning.
Maybe he thought you meant 8 p.m.
Okay.
Did you check with him? It was 8 a.m.?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Thanks for the
I'm trying.
Yo, and you know what?
I would just go to another barber.
I'm glad Steve said this.
I'm like going to another barber.
Well, not out there. I'm saying a barber that you trust.
Good morning, man.
I gotta get stuff done because I'm doing it today.
I cut your hair.
You too far. Yo, I'm glad Steve said something. I'm glad Steve said this today. He said maybe you meant 8 o'clock at night. Maybe you meant 8 p.m. And so I wanted to talk about communication today and clarity. You know what I'm saying? One perspective, the moments of aggravation when waiting on someone else. It's possible the gentleman had an emergency or a situation that hindered him from being there. And you just being rough on him. Yeah, I believe that. Yo, Poon, good morning, man. What's good?
Stay out of this.
Yo, how you going? You said what? Yo, I broke my other frames I had like this. I got the new prescription back. I'm getting my frame game back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm nothing like Prince. Oh, wait. Hold on. New name alert. Minister Map. Minister Map is in the building. Minister Map. That's Prince's new name. So everybody, hold on. Everybody knows. Minister Map. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Whoa. Hey, bruh. That's him. Minister Matt in the building. Ooh, I wish I could tap it and just keep it on the screen.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you for taking on this role, you know, administering the community through the platform, man. This is great. This is, you know,
we have
no, he's a pastor. He's a pastor. You're a minister. No. Minister Matt. So I'm not calling you Prince no more, so forget that. You might want to hang that up, Steve. You know what I'm saying? We working. Yo, we was cracking animals last night when I was talking to you too. We cracking animals. That's good. Look, he's definitely be ministering in a profound way. Come on, man.
Where have you been? I'm on the show every day. You don't know what brief
When did he change his name?
What?
When did you change your name?
No, his thing was like KD or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kev.
Oh,
Yo,
okay,
Steve, it's more than a few, man. It's more than a few.
My bad.
You all don't look alike, Steve.
Hey,
Yeah.
You are it. No, you are it.
Hey, but you all order the same thing anyway. Who cares?
You order.
Yo, Steve.
Chicken wings and pork fried rice, bro.
Oh, sweat. Chicken wings and pork fried rice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and egg roll. You want a fucking egg roll?
You want egg roll?
The homemade ice.
I ain't gonna lie. I do miss New York City. Well, the 80s and 90s Chinese food. I don't miss this new millennium Chinese food. And I can have wings and rice, and I can have, you know, mad ketchup, watered down ketchup and hot sauce. I miss that.
I remember, because I got a lot of brothers and sisters. My mom used to get 2 half of chickens and shrimp fried rice and have them cut the half of chickens in 4s.
You see, when you
put it on the
dedicate your
table,
life to
spread
making
it out,
money,
spread it out.
that's what makes you a millionaire.
You know what I'm saying? You get a half a chicken.
Yo, God's baby boy. God's baby boy is Suge, right? Is Shine, right?
Yeah,
Yo, Sean.
my nephew. Hey, Kevin.
KK, what up? Sean, shout out to Sean, man. Sean, you gotta tap in sometime, Sean, and
yeah, he up. You know what I'm saying?
kick it with the brothers, man. You got that
cigar in his mouth.
right. The Versace robe. We got the Versace robe.
This whole hour, Chris, this whole hour you waited for this barber. You could have gone to Queens to your other barber and got a haircut already.
Yo, go in and get a shave. Go let one of them shave you. Go ahead.
I can shave myself.
Well, you ain't getting no work. You ain't getting a fade. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but guess what? You gonna greet everybody else. Mind your business. I'm here.
You brought it to us. You brought it. We can't. We don't have to now. You're already. They're like a vampire. They invite you in their house. You invited us in the house.
Bring God's baby. Let him tell you what support looks like. You know, we were just talking about that.
He's not on. He's not on. He's not on.
We talk about this every day. We talk about
tropical breeze under palm tree leaves right now.
Yo, do you have the barber's phone number? Like, did somebody call?
Yeah, that's right. I ain't calling.
You're not calling.
Yo,
You
blow him up.
just sit in front and wait.
What's good, everybody, man? I'm feeling good.
Just now said, sorry, brother, my phone was on. I'm on my way now. There we go. Yay!
I told you always slept.
Who even cares about your haircut? Who might care about his haircut? We working, man.
Yo, Mike, bring.
I said he might do it at 8 p.m., but you know what I mean?
I sent him an invite.
He probably overslept.
Peace. Peace.
We want to know what the support look like to you on some serious shit. Like, so we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna stay on topic.
What does support look like to me?
Yeah.
Steve, no, I know what Steve gonna say.
It's positive people around me, man. Like, you know, like what we do now. Like, you know, we joking and stuff like that. You know, to break the mood. You know, people that give good advice, give good insight. Just somebody that listen to my problems, whatever, you know what I mean, and then tries to give some good advice or whatever, or stuff like that. That's what support is to me. I mean,
can I tell you what support means to me from you personally?
What?
I think that for you, I think that one is that you always got the same champion, and I think that you allow other people to be great because through your vulnerability, you allow other people to be great. Because like a lot of people don't accept help or advice or criticism, you know what I'm saying? And you allow people to do that, and it actually gives people value. You know what I'm saying? So just you being vulnerable and bringing your issues or your problems or your good or your bad to the show allows other people to learn from you and also, you know, apply these things to them. So that's how you support. So you might even know how to indirectly support other people.
What's good?
Thank you. I appreciate that. You saying that is support to me.
KD says support local Chinese restaurants and support to Big Steve, chicken and broccoli all day.
Damn, man.
That's foul.
You know what? You get out now.
Yeah, Steve, tell him. That's right. Yo, if you don't take those stupid glasses off, yo, you supposed to wear that with the wig, them crazy 80s glasses.
My daughter glasses. You order, you get out now. Hurry up and buy it.
Hurry up and
Somebody
buy.
actually wear glasses during my trial.
Say what?
Somebody said I actually wear my glasses during my trial.
Why?
People more sympathetic towards people with glasses.
Hell no, yo. They don't respect
Morning,
us.
sis. Peace and blessings.
Wear your glasses because you look like the dude from Bruce Lee in Chinese Connection when he was fixing the phone.
Hey, what does support mean to you?
I look harmless. this. Like, you know, like.
What does support mean to you?
Bruce Lee might be one of the best athletes that ever walked the planet.
I don't know about that.
He might.
I think Bruce Lee was one of the best activists too, man.
He said, Bruce Lee told me, he said, don't practice 1,000 punches, practice one punch 1,000 times. If you don't get that, you don't understand what he meant by that, then you're not going to get it.
You're not going to get it.
Say that again?
Bruce Lee said, don't practice 1,000 punches. He said, don't practice 1,000 punches. He said, practice 1,000 punches. He said, practice one punch 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah. Don't be what's it called? Don't be a master of none. Be a master of one.
There you go. A guide in my life.
Oh no, I want to talk about this. KD saying he heard an Asian cop was fired because they thought he was a CCP spy, but it was a lie, right? So I talked to this guy. His name is Anwang, right? I talk to him daily, like daily on the phone and stuff like that. And his story is this: during the whole Trump initiative stuff, they arrested not just him, but like Chinese professors, Chinese doctors, lawyers.
What does it mean to you?
And they try to paint them as Chinese spies. Yo, this kid was in federal prison 6 months, in solitaire for 6 months. And for 6 months, they tried to make him take a deal. He said no. He also served in the Marines. He went to Afghanistan, right? And, you know, he served there. Like, he saw, like, combat in Afghanistan and stuff like that. And after he said no for 6 months, they then dropped the charges. Said in the pursuit of justice and stuff like that, they dropped the charges, right? And then what happened was the NYPD now, because they're not going to just let you go, right? Asians have always been made as scapegoats for some political campaign stuff, right? So they said they're going to interrogate him for 5 days. NYPD never interrogates anybody for 5 days.
That's wild.
And they had 1,600 questions ready for him, right? Which is ridiculous. So the lawyers were like, okay, can you give us the discovery so we can prepare for it? Well, within their rights, right? And they go, no. So the lawyers are like, okay, this is against my client's rights. I'm advising him not to go. And they fired him for not going to that.
That's
they couldn't
crazy.
find anything else. Because the whole thing with we call it is a GO15, right? That's the title of the interrogation thing. And when they got a target on you, they just, fish for stuff. They'll ask you questions and stuff like that, and ask you questions, and then they'll try to fish for something, and it's like, it has nothing to do with why you're there, why they're questioning you. They'll find something else, and then they'll use that to bury you. So it's kind of like what that female cop said. They got fired. Remember she said when if a cop follows you behind you long enough, they'll find something to pull you over for.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw that.
That's exactly what that is, right? Like even for my case, they try to interrogate me on something that happened with me and my daughter. That's protected by ACS, right? My daughter, she after they sent her to the psych ward. The NYPD sent my daughter to the psych ward. After they sent her to the psych ward, she was uncomfortable in school and stuff like that. And she decided not to go to school. So that was something between me and ACS and the therapist. So it's protected. They can't ask questions on that. So they would ask questions on it anyway. And when my lawyer was saying you can't ask them questions on that, it's protected by ACS, whatever. You know what they said? They said we can ask any question we want. He just doesn't have to answer it though. But it's just so stupid and petty. Like, I mean, you trying to violate. If I didn't know that, if I didn't know that right, I would have been answering the questions. You know what I mean?
If you wasn't a part of them, you would have been answering the questions. You know what I'm saying? You come from that course, right. You know exactly what they was doing. You know what right. So I wanted to ask you, because I wanted to stay on top.
When you dedicate your life to making money,
Do you have like the brother, the other African American brother that
Raymond.
listen? Yeah, that you have. Are they willing to come to court with you and show some solidarity in court and support? Did you ask?
Yeah, the Asian guy, he's going. He's going to come to court. I asked Edwin Raymond. Edwin Raymond's like busy doing his thing, you know. But if he had time, he would come. You know, but what are they gonna do? They're gonna sit in the audience and then what? Just sit there?
Let me tell you something, man. Like, see, as a defendant, as a person that was in front of the judge, nothing like the judge turning around and saying, "Your Honor, his family is behind you."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like that. You know what I'm
Not by yourself.
With the jury and with the court wants to see is, do you have anybody that believes you? You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to try to garner up some type of people that can come and court with you and trial everything. You realize when people go to court and it's a major case and the family's on one side, and you know what I'm saying, and like they're in the courtroom, they flooded the courtroom because they want to seek justice. It's the same thing. You're trying to seek justice. You can't seek justice alone.
Yo, good morning. You
Okay. I guess I'm asking people to come to court then.
Yeah. Let's start getting support for you in the court, man. One day out of the week, you know what I'm saying, I'll take off and I'll come in there and sit there, you know what I'm saying? So you can see that, I got some people behind me. You know what I mean? So
when does court start, Steve?
April 8th.
April 8th, okay.
April 8th, 4/8.
You'll be back when?
I'll be back April 1st.
On April Fool?
April Fool or April Fool? Are you dumb?
April Fool's Day, April 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Are you dumb?
Are you done?
Yeah.
There you go. What movie was that from?
April Fool's?
Oh,
Are you dumb? Perfect blend. Good morning.
I don't remember. Obviously, you didn't see it. You didn't see Black Panther.
No, I didn't.
You only see.
Amazing. Why would I watch the Black Panther?
Yo, KD going wild on you, son.
Oh, Steve?
Yeah, Egg Foo Young Day, April 1st.
Egg Foo Young Day.
Egg Foo Young.
Yo, KD is secretly racist, bro.
Nah, no, he's not.
Yo.
He's outright.
Outright.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man.
On a serious note, though, like, Asian cops been like sacrificed a lot for like being scapegoats. Even like what was that guy? Was it what's his name? Oh shit, Kevin Lane, right?
What happened to Kevin
Lane?
Lane?
Did his staircase. The rookie that was going up.
I remember that. Yeah.
Cypress Hills.
Yeah. So, I mean,
That was a wild situation.
We were taught to have our guns out when you're going up the staircase. We were taught that. You know what I mean? Mind you, I wasn't taught to have the finger on the trigger though. You know what I mean? Your finger will be on the side.
Yeah, that was wild.
Right? And you go up the staircase. But he like tripped and fell. It was a total accident.
What?
You know? But he was made. The reason why he was made a scapegoat because just before that, you know, there was other shootings, right?
He tripped and fell.
He was made a scapegoat because there was a big Black Lives Matter protests and stuff like that, and he was made a scapegoat for that.
Yo,
I think that was around the Sean Bell thing, right?
No, it was later. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I always say is that the thing with cops
Damn.
is that they're trained and they're well trained, but they don't know how to untrain. They don't know how to undraw their weapon. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a situation and you see a situation like that, because let's be honest, Steve, y'all scared of us. And when I say us, but the same dudes the same amount of weapons.
We're scared of the unexpected. We're scared of the unexpected, and they train that fear into you. They train that fear into you.
Manchurian candidate.
Yeah, they train oh, you're gonna get shot if you go into the staircase. Oh, you know, if you hear a loud noise, that means they're coming after you or whatever. Or
Yeah, he really tripped and
like
he really tripped and fell, man. They shot that kid. Oh,
staircase was darkly lit. There was no light in the staircase, and there was a wind tunnel. So when the guy was going to the staircase, the door slammed behind him. You know those project doors, very heavy and shit.
Yeah,
they slammed behind him. So he thought, you know, he was skittish. Yo, the job is not meant for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But and he was a rookie. He didn't know what to expect. People always like, you know, say stupid shit like, "Oh, you're gonna get shot. Be careful." Oh, yo, just you know, they tell stupid war stories.
People are like that. Yeah.
One time, you know, 3 people came out shooting, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Stupid stuff. So when he hears this, all this is going through his head, and he's hearing this, and he's like, "Oh shit, somebody's shooting at me."
Yeah,
it startled him. He slipped, and the natural reaction when you slip and fall, your hand squeezes. And since he had his finger on the trigger, his hand squeezed and pulled the trigger. It ricocheted off the wall and went around the corner and hit the guy.
What?
Yeah.
That's some movies. That's some movie stuff. What does?
And he charged for he got charged for manslaughter and stuff. And found guilty.
Yeah. Mogul Mom Beauty, we talking about support. What does support mean to you? That's what we're talking about. Mainly. But we talking about other stuff too. So y'all tap in, man. Feel free to tap in. You know.
Why Prince keep hopping on and off, man? I want to see him get a haircut.
Oh, he ain't gonna show that. He ain't gonna show that. You're not gonna show that. Support.
Does that have respect for you? Know what it is?
Nah, I don't care. You know I don't care. Do your thing. I ain't his barber anyway. I'm everybody's barber. You know, social media wise.
Yeah.
Not in the physical.
Question. Yeah, I did hear about it, and he told me that he was going to release that news article last night. And you know, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring to light that Asians are always discarded. Like, meaning there's definitely a white and black war going on, right? Where, you know, the white people has always oppressed the black community and stuff like that, and the black community is now rising out of it through media and exposing the white community for it, right?
Right.
Not all white people, but like the system that the original white people created to oppress it, right?
Yep.
But the thing is, we're caught up in it also, right? But it's just how we handle it differently, right? Meaning, like, us Asians, since like building the railroad days, since we came over here, look, the whole thing of being Shanghai and stuff like that, and people say, "Oh, but you voluntarily came over and you got paid." It's not like that. It's not as clean as people think it is, right?
Yeah.
We got tricked to come over here. First of all, we had to pay to get on that ship, and they would trick us in China. They would trick us and say, well, not us, but not me in particular, but my ancestors, right?
Yeah.
They would trick us by saying, "Oh, America, all the Americans, the reason why they wear sunglasses is because the streets are paved with gold." You know?
Somebody said that?
Go over there to the Golden Mountain. We call it Golden Mountain, right? Go over to the Golden Mountain, you'll be rich. And a lot of the poor folks spent all their life savings that they saved up, got on that ship.
Yo.
And as soon as they got on that ship, they got sold to the Chinese gangs here.
Yeah, I was watching a movie about that.
Right. Yeah, you watched Warrior.
That's what I was watching. That's what I was watching.
It's like very accurate. It's low key very accurate because, you know, they can't come out and say it, but it's low key like very accurate. It was written by Bruce Lee too.
Soon as you come off the ship, and there's people looking around, and the gangs want to get you, recruit you.
The police officers harassing you and stuff like that, and all that other stuff. And you see how like the Irish was being discriminated against also, right?
Yeah.
But they all came together to discriminate against the Asians. You know what I mean? And throughout life, even to this day, it's like that. So think about it. Back in Bruce Lee's day, right? Like if you ever saw like the movie, whatever, when he came to California, right? The whites and the blacks in the colleges were making fun of him. Correct?
Yeah.
For me, it was the same thing. Even at this day, to this day, the whites and the blacks are always making fun of the Asians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like KD.
So we get caught on the side, and people are like, "Oh, it's just the Asians. Who cares about them?" You know, like when we try to come out and speak up, they're like, "Oh, it's just another Asian. Who cares? Oh, ching chong, go back to selling Chinese food or what, eating cat and dogs, blah 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 blah." Nobody cares about the Asians. You know? Even when it comes to like politics, they'll take our money and stuff, but they're like, Asians don't vote.
Yo, you know what? You know what, Steve? I gotta say to that, it always seems like that's true. What you're saying, that's accurate. But I also feel like, me personally, I feel like Asians are like they secluded, like they go off on their own.
Yeah, we are.
And they do their own thing. So that's part of it too. That's part of it too.
You're 1,000% correct. We are secluded, right? And that's why Bruce Lee at the time, he was like, "Yo, we gotta teach everybody." You know what I mean? Like, who cares if they're black and white and stuff? He wanted to break out of that Chinese barrier, right? Because, like, remember, he got to that fight, the underground fight, because the other Chinese associations didn't want him to teach outsiders.
Right.
That's a fact. That really happened. You know what I mean? And then he had to, like, fight somebody to get the right to teach outsiders.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Jewish community is like that.
Yo, DJ L7.
You know what I mean? Yeah, L7 is one of my boys.
What up, L7? He's Asian?
Yo, so, you know what I mean? The Jewish community is like that. They're very tight knit. They keep their money within their own community and stuff like that. They always shop Jewish first, But they have a lot of power. They have a lot of unity. Because when the rabbi goes out and says, "Yo, vote for this person," they all go out and vote for that person. Us Asians, we don't do that. We're individually secluded. You know what I mean? Like, we may trust a fellow Asian more, but at the end of the day, we're secluded amongst ourselves, too.
Yo, let me tell you something.
And that's the problem.
Have you seen that lady? It's a lady that always explains Asian culture and everything that happened to Asians, like when they moved into the communities, open and just say Chinese restaurant. That's the main thing. Open up Chinese restaurant, blah blah blah. So just like you said, she said they were tricked into coming over here, right?
Yeah.
Come over here, and then they was working on the railroads, blah blah blah, and then they got treated like dirt and went back. And then they
No, we didn't go back. We got sent back. We were the first immigrants to be illegal.
Okay, so you get sent back.
Chinese Exclusion Act.
Right, so you got sent back. And then you were asked to come back because right, because they wanted well, y'all freed the blacks, so we're gonna get the Asians to come over here, and we're gonna get them to replace, the blacks that were freed.
Right.
And then she also went on to say, all of these other cultures are able to have things because of black people, because of everything that black people went through.
Right, of course. It was first the blacks, and then it was the Asians, right? Then it was the Mexicans, and now it's all this Salvadorian, whatever, the illegal immigrants coming over now.
Right, it's all the immigrants.
Yo, it's happening and it's just the same thing.
See?
First they come over here to try to use them, and then now they're leaving them as illegals and gangs.
Right. Everything happens. The world don't change. People think it's changing, but it's the same thing over and over.
Change only the players.
If black do not get involved, sorry, helping us, then other communities will weaponize us against each other. Right.
That's why I'm saying, like, we all need to come together.
Right. People see.
We need to break out of our shells, and we all need to come together and be like, yo, listen, they did it to you, they did it to me, they did it to them. We need to come together and break the cycle. You know, like they're using us to brainwash us from the media and like, oh, they're giving migrants more stuff.
That's hard,
they do it on
man.
purpose, bro. They do it on purpose to divide you. They want you to hate them.
It's hard. It's hard to bring people together, man. It's a certain group, a certain percentage of us that will get together without the people that would say they would get involved, but they're not gonna.
You know what happens when somebody starts organize us to get together and they start waking people up? They get assassinated.
Well, it can't be one person. It has to be a group. It's a certain percentage that will do it, but it's always infiltrators. That's what I was gonna say. It's always somebody infiltrating.
Yeah.
Right. And Daryl said, okay. Daryl said, how do we come together? How do we do that?
How we come together? We got to teach our kids to play together. Like the basketball thing, right? I did hoops over hate. I wanted to bring other communities come together and play with Asian kids. They're probably like, oh, Asian kids are nerds. They stay home, play video games, or they're doing all these nerd stuff. But then I want to let them see, look, no, man, they play basketball, they play ball just like everybody else.
Right.
You know? And invite everybody and play balls together and mix the teams up. I don't want it to be Asian kids, black kids. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to mix the teams up. So I told them, yo, mix the teams up.
How do we come together?
And then they build camaraderie amongst each other.
Great questions. Great question, Daryl. Yeah. I don't know, but I do like that. Like our kids at this point, kids coming together.
Yeah.
It's about that. But we have to do it as well. Like the kids are watching us, right? Bring me on, and you get an international panel with Koreans, Haitians, Kenyans, and Namibians.
You know what I mean? Like we need to really just break the cycle and come together. You know? Like even like, let's just do some barbecues. Yo, food always brings people together.
Yo, what kind of barbecue we have? Hey, yo,
we have
L7, what's up?
Everybody bring their own style, you know?
Yo.
Everybody bring their own style, bring their own culture type of barbecue, and then like we all just chill. Just do a barbecue, do cultural events, have like a concert. You know what I mean? Like we'll have some Chinese artists up there, we'll have some Korean artists up there, we'll have some, black artists out there, have Jamaican artists out there, like you know what I mean? Like it was just
that's a good idea.
Bring it to us together.
Have policies and procedures in that group that follows. L7, what's good? What's good, man? Yo, thanks for tapping in, man.
I'm not for dropping some crazy stuff. First of all, okay, there's a guy, just so you know, there was a previous DA in Queens named John Ryan. They were involved in this was a known scheme, you can look it up, called China walling, where they would deliberately withhold evidence from people that were supposed to be exculpated, that was supposed to be exonerated, right? People that there was evidence that would free them from incarceration. Instead, these people were locked up. There's a guy named Chris Bay right now, who's a former assistant DA. He had to have known about this stuff. John Ryan, by the way, wasn't fired. He stepped down, okay? The whole corrupt infrastructure, John Castellano, was responsible for putting Nolan Farrell, a guy who I worked with, falsely in prison for 10 years. To this date, he's still not getting exonerated. And to tell you the truth, it's not just Asians and black tensions, also they use blacks against each other. Hakeem Jeffries actually ended up endorsing Melinda Katz, who's still covering up for the BS. There's more than one victim, not just Nolan Farrell. Also, Reverend Keith Gadsden, who was falsely in prison for 32 years. Right now, we hear so much about Palestine, but what you don't know about is that the curriculum right now, the Asian American curriculum that's about to go into effect, has no mention of the word Palestine or Palestinian, and completely deletes any history of the LA riots, which was where when black people were frustrated with, honestly, what happened to Rodney King, they were redirected to beat up on Korean Americans. And the National Guard stood in front of Hollywood protecting the rich white people. And they said, you know what? Don't beat on the rich white people, beat on those Korean people over there. So, yeah, that's right. It doesn't talk about that as well. So let me tell you what I'm working on the 30th right now. I have something coming up. Korean, we've been on the edge of nuclear war for the same amount of time as the Palestinians, but you notice that for some reason the white controllers, the anti-white and the anti-war movement don't allow Asians up. You know what I mean? They keep all the money for themselves because we don't have political power.
Right.
So let me tell you right now. So I'm working right now. When you take a look at all this stuff going on about Palestine, what about Haiti right now? They're literally on our border right there. They're going on extreme amounts of suffering, violence, and overturning their country, and they're sending Kenyans over there to enforce the law on them using other black people, so it doesn't look bad with all the white soldiers keeping them in line. That's what they really want. So on the 30th, I'm getting together the Namibians, the victims of the Second Reich. I'm not, the Jews, they never forget, right? The victims of the Third Reich were the victims of the Second Reich. Also Germans, also in the modern eras. It was Namibians, but we don't care about them because they're black. We're getting them together, the Haitians, the Kenyans, the Koreans, together on the 30th to talk about our country's issues, the way that our stuff is overlooked.
Where we're at.
We can also work with black and pioneering ways such as the curriculum right now. The Asian American curriculum is all messed up, and I've already emailed myself, emailing historically black colleges. They're not responding. They're comfortable. They got a job. You know what I mean? They're not out here. I'm going to try to reach out again. You know what I mean? Maybe with some more outcry from the black community to help on this issue. Because the fact of the matter is that guy Christopher Bay, who's running for city council, and who's being part of the Democrat establishment in New York City, he was the assistant DA. He's a Korean. They're trying to raise him up so that later on they can say to the blacks, look at this guy. The Koreans suck. They all hate you. They're trying to hurt you. They're the ones who need to beat up. Meanwhile, activists like myself, who's helping the wrongfully incarcerated, they cannot talk about me. Let's look at Stephen Lee, someone who's actually taken on and helped me work with Serpico, helped me address some issues of why are the police not accountable? Because the Civilian Review Board are all political organizational appointees, and Serpico himself has said that you cannot have.
Yeah.
You cannot have internal. You got no producers.
Yeah, that's my guy.
They don't want to talk about this either, so I'll be quiet now. But Stephen Lee, once again, is a pioneer that been working on these issues, but they don't want to make him a hero. Oh no, because he's taking on the system, so he's got to be quieted and destroyed.
One thing, Ed, so what Ed is doing and what, I'm part of also, like what Mogul Mine was saying, we should get a nonprofit together that tries to build this unity. We have it. It's just that we get shadow banned and other people that are in political power that play the whole anti-racism thing. They're the ones that causing the divide also.
Wow.
You know what I mean? They're not really out there. They're not really out there trying to build that unity. You know what I mean? Because they're part of the system. They're pretending like they're there for anti-racism stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but then they're also there to cause a divide.
Right.
One thing I want to blow up is there's a guy named John Osebru, one of the longest wrongfully incarcerated men in the nation's history. He was jailed at 17. He got out less than a year ago. He's in Pennsylvania with direct tie to Mia Abu Jamal. On my channel, he's actually confronting Cornell West, right, on my behalf, because he knows about my work with wrongfully incarcerated. And to tell you the truth, a lot of the people like Puff Daddy, there's gatekeepers out here that's putting fakes in charge.
Yep.
We know that Puff Daddy and Al Sharpton are hanging out together. We know that Al Sharpton's helping out this Claudine Gay thing, but where is he helping out with these people that have been wrongfully incarcerated? He said it in words. He's never shown up to the rally. He's shown up to Claudine Gay multiple times. He put the money, and they're the only people who get their stuff taken care of. Not actual poor black people like Jane Marie Presley, who's actually an elderly black woman with a scoliosis, who got beat up in her home by men with baseball bats, and Al Sharpton's still not coming out really to help her. Who are we helping out here?
Well, I got a whole backlog about those guys. Those blacks that were in politics when after MLK got murdered. It's a lot behind that. We'll get into that another day. L7, you got some info that you want to type in the comments for everybody to check out?
Yeah, just my YouTube is probably the easiest place to probably get banned soon, but I just DJL7.com. I just
You say you gonna get banned soon?
That you can't speak truth to power without getting shut down. So
yeah. We gotta fight the powers that be.
Yeah.
El's been out there for a very long time, on the grind. I don't know if you want to put this out there. Elf is basically homeless, bro.
You know what I mean?
Not wrong.
And he's still out there every day trying to like fight this, this inequality and the wrongdoings and stuff like that. He's out there every day. That's his full-time thing. That's why. He's a very intelligent guy. He could go out and get a job and make money and stuff like that, but he chooses to go out and do this every day. You know what I mean?
I can't get down with the big stuff.
I gotta get another job.
Just jump in the chat. So I'll out to yeah. That's the guy who I just talked about, right? Once again, they're very powerful allies from Pennsylvania, a swing state during this election cycle. We should be talking about that. We've also released the voter data. The thing is that you go out and have a rally, maybe 10% of people vote. You can go directly to the people's homes that vote. I'm looking for the people that have a list of voters right here. I can get that to you. You can say to the politician, look, I'll go directly door to door to the people that vote in your district, and I will make sure that we have a conversation. Do not. That's why they don't like talking about my work, because when we say things like this, right, people start to get ideas and start to actually learn how to impact their things, right? Oh, send us money. That's what they want. That's what the politician wants. Send us money.
Send us money.
That's how you help us. No. I will mobilize the community to make sure that we have real conversations about this stuff. By the way, Muti, I just want to, my man Stephen Lee is working with is one of the guys who calls re-examine the NAP Commission, and he's also helped me get in contact with Serpico. He's a great connect.
It's DJ L7, the number 7. That's your Instagram, right? I mean your YouTube, right?
Yeah, I had a website.
That's his website.
That's his website.
Website has all the social media links.
Okay. DJ L7, number 7.com. Go there and you can get everything, all his links are there. That's what's up, man.
And if you look at his YouTube, right, you see him out there, like act like politicians, like community events and stuff like that, and he'll call them out. He even called out Andrew Yang. You know what I mean? Like how Andrew Yang was kind of like a sellout, you know? So he calls out all these people to their face. And look at the views, though. He doesn't get that much views because he gets shadow banned.
So L7, what's your? I'm a little confused on your background. Like, what's your background? Like, what's the backstory?
I'm Korean American. I experienced a lot of violence at home because of the war that the media doesn't like to talk about. When I was very young, I saw the signs Yankee go home. I started to really question the narrative of what was going on during the Olympics in Korea. They held up the signs Yankee go home. And I was homeless at the age of 16 due to extreme violence that I faced at home. And that really turned me on to working with the people that I work with now. Earlier we were talking about the migrants. We'll talk about that. I lived amongst them my whole life, right? People that don't really know about I didn't really know how to really access the welfare system, things like that. I entered the system early. I always just kind of figured out how to do my own thing on the streets. So the thing is that, just so you know, the migrants right now, people are worried about the migrants taking their money. Let me tell you the plan. The thing is that upstate, like in Newburgh, you can look this up, right? You have these Hochul has this new law to put in high-density housing by transportation hubs. And in Newburgh, New York, which is far north of the city, which has had a huge environmental problem, people getting cancer from the water, from military dumping Scotch out in the ground, and people are getting cancer, right? So they have also these homes that are built up there with HUD money, federal funds. So they have to build these homes. So who do they put in there? Well, you come out of prison, they kind of push you into that community. And people in public housing are about to be displaced. And the migrants, they're about to go move into those communities. They're about to be pushing those communities. And what happens is that the homes that they're going to take from people here in New York City, which is going to skyrocket up through the gentrification, those people are becoming millionaires, right? Rich white folks. And what's going to happen is the colored people is going to be moved out to 2 hours north of the city, right, into places with the environmental problems, things like that. And when people get, and they're going to have to travel 2 hours to the city to make someone else's life easier, right? And then they'll be out of town by sundown. Not only this, right? It's disgusting. We're going to end up together. They have us fighting against each other. Wrong. The plan is for us to be together. Another thing is that when people come out of prisons, right, there's also HUD money paying for, places in Soho, Battery Park City, the millionaire place. They also have affordable housing units with federal money. Now, there's jobs there. Now, I'm very sympathetic to people come out of prison, but they need more resources. They need jobs. But are they put into these communities where they have a chance? Oh, no. They're put into places like Newburgh, which has a crack epidemic, no jobs, and nothing's there but other poor people who are commuting to You know, it's a new form of apartheid. It's disgusting. We need to start working together.
So we're gonna get together, but it's only on their terms, not on our terms.
That's how they set it up. It's our choice. Malcolm X made a great point, right? The whites are kind of like on this, they're fighting one against each other, and the blacks have the deciding vote in the middle. That y'all are very politically powerful, right? And with the coalition that we're minorities as Asian Americans, we're too small. But by building a coalition with other minorities, we can actually achieve critical mass to get the things we need. But we got to be intelligent and stop following their plan and start making our own plan. That's why we're talking to them on the 30th with Haiti, Namibia, right? And I'd like to I think Senegal might be coming on board. Let's get like the band down conferences. Let's get a new generation and start talking about what we need and start helping each other. I'm gonna start trying to promote like Haitian products, things like that. We can help them directly instead of buying whatever some corporations sell us.
Man, L7, I'm glad you tapped in. Good information that we need.
Mootie's here. That guy's amazing. Okay.
What's up, man? Thanks, Steve.
We really appreciate the information. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, we have people out there trying to do it. It's just, they don't get the light.
They don't get the light, and we don't get the word out.
They don't get the shine. You know what I mean? Like, because they know these people are dangerous to their power.
Oh, yeah. You see this right here? This is a list of all the voters. Like, we have the list. Like, can you see that? You can actually see where each voter lives. You see that? In each district. We can make this available to you. Sorry, I have like papers flying all over, right? I'm sorry about the crumble.
Yeah, so if you go to put the Rep My Block, just Dio Chino's information up. So there's another political guy named Dio Chino, right? He was part of the DSA, right? But then the DSA pushed him out because the DSA has their own communist agenda, and he's the true socialist where he believes power should be in the people. Right? You can have people who are police officers making law enforcement bills. You can have people who are doctors making medical bills. You can have people who are teachers deciding on educational bills.
Yeah.
Instead of having politicians who know nothing about it making bills about it.
They just trying to get money. They just trying to get rich.
Have the power. That's the true message behind socialism. We should bring the power back to people. And he has a website for Rep My Block, and on that website, it will enable you to run in your own district and also give you all the stuff that other people charge and pay for free. You know what I mean?
Mootie, my screen is not posting, but just so you know, I want to also mention Mootie for a second, right? The thing is that our key allies in Pennsylvania, the thing is that people with wrongful incarcerations, like just Mootie, I told you he's been arrested at the age of 17, just got out last year. He's been inside for 48 years. Insane, right? Yeah. There's also a guy named Vincent Moe, the first being freed on DNA evidence in Pennsylvania history. There is no compensation for either of these men because Philly has no wrongful compensation for wrongful incarcerated people. But meanwhile, Texas has, Meanwhile, Texas, right, which seems problematic, they do have a high amount of killing people. That's not cool. But they also have the highest level of exoneration rate, and they also have some legislation, some of the best legislation in the country to actually compensate for the wrongfully incarcerated. Now, luckily, those laws do exist in New York to an extent, but we're trying to get these things pushed nationwide. But once again, the gatekeepers like Al Sharpton, like Cornel West, they're not talking about these things. That's why we need to get together as communities. That's why I thank you so much for having your show, to have real conversations with real people on the ground.
100%.
So that we can work with the people that's been with you and not the ones that they give you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We can work together and make real achievements. It's time for the cops to be accountable now. It's time for the cops out here. Blah, blah, blah. The CRB, we're going to give them, we're going to put in actual community members, not appointees. We're going to put in subpoena powers, right? They're going to be able to say, what's going on here? We need answers now. Why? Where's the CRB at? Where are they? Nowhere, right?
Al, you been on? You been listening?
No, I actually just hopped on. I realized what time it is. What time it was. I'm getting ready. I'm going on a little couples retreat. So, but I heard part of what the brother was saying. I definitely agree with that. I don't know if he touched on. I believe it's Mississippi. For wrongfully convicted, they give you a lotto ticket. You get exonerated.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about.
Wait. What you mean they give you a lot of
Mississippi or Louisiana? That's it. Like, look it up. If you, I think they give you $50 and a lotto ticket. If you
What?
Be convicted, no matter how much time you do. If you exonerate it, they give you a lotto ticket and like $50. I can't remember.
This is Mississippi. This is Mississippi.
I might be. There's one of those states, Mississippi. One of them, but it's crazy.
Yo, see,
It's like a winning lotto ticket or just a random lotto
I
ticket?
think it said a winning lotto ticket. Come on, Steve. Yo, see, this is.
What the fuck?
Hey, yo, the platform is for real people.
What is that, yo?
L7, man. The platform is
That's like
for
giving you a
it's for real people, man. It's not just for all these. We're not looking for all these superstars and all that stuff. It's about us. It's about the people, man. And people go, yo, who you got on? You getting these people on the show? I'm like, yo, it's regular people. We regular people, man. And we trying to get.
Mogo got a question, but what's up with Bernie Sanders? Would he be helpful?
You know what? In the end, it's only powerful if we can mobilize and we can actually have power. Like I said before, with this list, things like that, right? If we are actually working together and they know that we can actually impact what they're going to do, and if we're organized about it, then he'll do as we say. It doesn't matter who's up there, right? It depends on who has power. Right? There's no savior, right? Yeah? Bernie, right? Whoever, right? Yeah, it could be you or me, right? Yeah? It's all about power.
And it's so like the president can't really do nothing without Congress and the Senate, right? So it's each individual state, each individual voter, each individual person holding local, city, and state officials accountable, right? It's like a domino effect because no matter who's the president, the policies that come out doesn't really matter because you could put, it's 1,000 so many bills that's proposed that could possibly potentially be good, but if they're not passed, if they're not signed, if they're not enforced, because a bill passed, whatever, they're not enforced. It's for us, the people, to hold them accountable.
Right. And how do we hold them accountable? So Elf and my boy Diochino, how they've been doing with the political thing is people need to start running in the community as district leaders and so forth. And then the district leaders will hold them, like the higher officers, accountable and then slowly move up the chain. You know what I mean? So we need to do that.
Absolutely. So I think those who know how to do it, or like holding community meetings and finding out. So say for instance, for like local government in New York City, have community meetings in different areas and saying, look, what is the problem? Asking people to identify the problem, asking them to identify what the solution is. Those who know how to literally write the bill and take it to them and say, look, this is what we want. If you want our vote, this is what you're gonna do. We're not asking you to tell them. We're putting you in a position to execute because you represent us.
So my thing is with my thing, what I plan on doing with my situation is once I win my criminal lawsuit, once I get exonerated from that, I'm going to put in a federal lawsuit with the whistleblower.com, right? Whistleblowers.org. It's Government Accountability Project. With my thing is, you can't have police policing police. Right?
Okay.
So I want to create a public entity that checks the police. Right? These communities should have a public board that checks the corruption and investigates the corruption of the police, because the community knows what the police officers are doing. We are the ones that know, because they're doing it to us.
Can identify the officers that are there.
Right, exactly. And you wouldn't trust, as a person in the community, you wouldn't trust going to another police officer. The police don't even trust going to another police officer, ratting on another police officer. You know what I mean? So they want somebody someplace safe where they can go to. So they want, if you have a public.
That's an ill face you got, Steve.
Actually, if I could just throw in something right now. The thing is that right now, actually in New York, the petition season has opened up, and I think it ends around April, the first week of April. So there's not a lot of time left. Now, the fact of the matter is that you can run for something called county committee, and county committee is actually a board to the state committee. State committee controls the ballot process. So people talk about these corrupt machines. I don't trust the voting process.
No,
there's a lot of bad people that are.
I never did.
People from the nursing homes. They use them to vote the way that they want. These machines control it.
Yep.
And which party does that? That's the state committee of whatever party's in control in your town. Or it's the Democrats. Not only that, but this in New York, okay, this group also determines the judges. You want electoral reform, criminal justice reform. You need to know and have control over the judges. Now, I want to give once again props to my people in Pennsylvania, Muti, right? Yeah, Dr. Philadelphia, Vincent Moto. They actually got to make Caroline Turner voted to judge because it's different down there. So they're actually have things in process to actually cause long-term change. Down here in the city, they keep this very hidden. Right? Don't you? Yeah, absolutely. You need the judge, right? That's who's protecting the DA, John Ryan. That's who's protecting Melinda Katz and John Castellano. You know the lawyers and judges work together and screw a lot of people over because they need to make their numbers and play their little effing games and victimize, let's be honest, the black community, right? So other people can remain rich. So they can, it's disgusting. And when they, So right now, once again, time is really running short, right? You see the politicians out there getting signatures now because they need that to run for office. Just so you know, the Manhattan County Committee was determined by 8 votes. Only 8 votes determined whether it was Harvey Epstein or was the actual current establishment guy in power. Real things are going down that are not being talked about. Right now, you have an opportunity to run for office. Do not trust anybody else. Do not trust Bernie. Do not trust Cornell. Do not even trust me, okay? Really find your mind. I'm going to empower you. You run for office. If you do not get involved, you cannot fix this. That's it. I cannot. I will not have all the same priorities and positions as you. It will not happen. If you want to protect your interests, you have to get involved. That's it.
Y'all gotta get involved. We gotta get involved, man. That's the bottom line.
Once you made the voter data free, you can run for public office. Right now, the county committee has the seats to run, and you can have a determination of who the judges are. Please do it.
Out 7.
So that's the answer. How do we break the cycle?
Right. How do we come together?
Yep.
That's it, man. This is good. This is good. We gotta stay tapped in, man. That's the only way. Because I would have never got this information. I would never have known any of this information because I don't even follow politics. None of that stuff. So, and I'm sure it's.
So other people can hop on and interact with them.
So I gotta
African persuasion.
All right, L. All right, safe travels, man.
If you look at the meetings with the Asian American curriculum, it's only white people. And then the last meeting, they finally brought a black person who had to make noise about it. And I also invited a whole bunch of historically black college university professors who didn't actually attend. But I'm really pushing for that right now. So once again, the black community, y'all are pioneers in this game. The words of Malcolm X, the words of Elijah Muhammad, right, are really guiding me as in terms of helping to make clear how the people in power roll out these fake activists, how they try to run their narrative management, how they, and thank God for their leadership. But unfortunately nowadays, right, things have changed a little bit. Now they have all these, they had fakes back in those days, but they got a little bit better at it now, and now they have the technology and stuff. We need to adapt to the new times, but instead of listening to these pioneers, right, they changed the whole thing. Now Martin Luther King is just, I have a dream. They took his message, watered it down, whitewashed the crap out of it, and fed us some regurgitated crap. We learn the real message.
Who's our resources? We got a question. Who's our resources? Who's our resources?
I don't know. I see Cozy Wellness joined.
Huh?
Oh, that's just another activist I know. Yeah.
A friend of mine. Oh, what's going on? What's going on with the councilman who just voted and who was part of the Central Park 5? Oh.
Okay. Who they're talking about is Salam. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Yusuf Salam, by the way, in public housing when he was fighting for ERAP, which is actually emergency, rental funds for people that couldn't afford it when they lost their job from COVID-19, right when they lost their jobs, so they couldn't afford the rent. So Yusuf Salam actually has appeared in public housing, right? Whereas a lot of candidates are afraid to go to public housing. So I give props on that. Yusuf Salam could be helping us with our, once again, like I told Reverend Keith Gadsden, Nolan Farrell. Well, Nolan Farrell has a letter from the Conviction Integrity Unit that shows that the evidence he was given was faulty. Yusuf Salam has said that he's going to help. We need to really push that further. I like Yusuf, and I think that he's also being used by the gatekeepers to try to attack Trump in a way. Not saying that Trump doesn't deserve attacks on a certain extent, but once again, the people. Look, I've been with, but I say trust people that have been with you, not the ones that they give you, right? And I've been with Yusuf Salam, right, on several occasions. But also, I was with him at the exoneration event down at Central Park 5, where they had the ceremony to recognize them. But I did not care about Nolan Farrell, Reverend Keith Gadsden. They haven't seen justice. Also, Kay Marie Presley, once again, that lady with scoliosis, who I told you was got beat in her home by memory baseball bats.
Yeah.
I had the footage of this. She was there begging for help. All the press wanted to cover Yusuf Salam in that way, and he did suffer. And I do, I give him all the respect, but there's still people that were around on that day who are still looking for justice, and until that happens, people, the white people love to talk about the dead black people because they can no longer make a cry about the injustice that they're suffering now. So you see Jordan Neely, you see Trayvon Martin, right? Yeah, what about the living? What about the people that are living right now with injustice? Why don't we take care of them and listening to their voices? So Yusuf Salam, his issue's been kind of like taken care of. But what about the people right now that are trying to get exonerated? What about people right now? Where are they at? And until that happens, I cannot be satisfied with Yusuf 100%. But I'm a fan of his. He's come out for real stuff. He said he's going to help us. These men are still not exonerated yet.
Right, still.
Real one, Mike.
Yeah, I see.
I've been watching it for a while. He a real one. I was part of the They Can't Burn Us All campaign when Steve came out with that. I met with Yusuf Salam's people last week because, Yusuf Salam, he did a ride-along with the NYPD. He actually, did a ride-along. He got pulled over.
Yeah.
During the ride-along, he got pulled over and harassed. You know what I'm saying?
During the ride-along.
I kind of agree with him when he says that they put these people in office for certain agendas. You don't just randomly just become a city council and head of the public safety committee of the city council, especially after what he's been through. So you don't just randomly just put people there. So there's always an agenda. They want him to move the agenda forward. Yesterday, so my name is Prince, my brother, and I'm head of community and cultural citizen now. So, and also, yesterday was a hearing on the encryption issue with the NYPD going encrypted and taking away the transparency from New York City. So they had all the commissioner, they had all the police there, and they had city council. They was questioning them, and they could not answer why NYPD wanted to go encrypted. Why they don't want people to know what's going on in the city, and why they don't want citizens in New York City. They couldn't answer that. What they did say was that criminals use public radio to commit more crimes. So I asked, can you show me an example? Can you give me an example of where someone used a scanner to commit this heinous crime in New York City? Where have we done that? Instead of, EMS workers don't have access to radios anymore. Violence interrupters don't have access to radios anymore. Community activists, community policing, like the Sharon group, the Muslim community group, all those groups don't have access to radio anymore, so they cannot play a part. So there's a thing that we call co-producing public safety. You know what I'm saying? When you think about public safety, automatically first thing comes to your mind is police. And that's not true. You can't have public safety without the public. You know what I'm saying? So we rely on the police to do this amazing job in our communities, and they're not even from the communities that they work in. You know what I mean? So there's a big issue there. So I agree with the brother. I'm going to give Yusuf Sallam the benefit of the doubt because I do know where he come from. We come from the same places. I know he empathized with a lot of brothers in prison, but I want to see. I'm from. I want to see more than someone tells me. You know what I'm saying? So my vote means a lot. And what El was saying, how we trying to create this voters block for prisoners, so we can have a voice in the direction when we put a candidate in office. Because if we can get up 30, 40,000 votes, that's a lot of votes. That's a swing right there for a lot of elections.
Man, yo, well, I hate to cut it short, man. I gotta breathe. This is my time. But L7, man, shout out to you for coming on, man, tapping in. And you know, we here. We gonna be here. I noticed that you tap in a lot though, but actually to get on, it's dope, man. Get that good information out because we need it. So keep tapping in, man. Let's work. We working, man. Let's work, y'all.
Let him give a good word on the way out.
Yeah, give us some more. Your website again, and then
PGL7.com. Yeah, thank you.
And what's your good word on the way out?
Once again, right, it's not going to get better unless y'all fix it. They're selling you a lot of fake solutions. The gatekeepers try to tell you to do this, do that, right? You need to just buckle down and figure out what you need to do for yourselves. And people like ourselves, I'm eager to work with you because I myself am also shut out. So I can only win through a coalition of other people with other groups. Once again, we're a small minority. Really looking forward to our communities are being weaponized against each other. They're telling black people you don't need to care about Asians, but guess what? The white people are messing with Asians, and it's not always to our benefits. We need to actually be right, and it's not always bad, it's not always good, but we need to be critical about what's going on, and they're actually weaponizing the communities against each other. So let's come together. You're all the pioneers of the lot to look up to, and thank you for leading the movement. But now we need to work together, hand in hand. There's once again on the 30th, I got the Haitians, Namibians, hopefully Eritrean, Senegalese, right, along with Koreans, meeting together to talk about world issues, world peace issues, and the way that they're victimizing our communities and stealing our resources. And we're going to work together to try to solve those. So please jump into that. And on the criminal justice front, we're going to have a panel discussion soon. Hopefully with, once again, shout out to Muchio Jamu Sabru. I saw him join in the chat. One of the longest form incarcerated men in state history with key allies from the swing states, Arizona, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. We will force as much as we can these candidates to address our issues, like we talked about today.
All right.
I was indirectly affected by racism just now in Dunkin' Donuts. Real quick, Mike, I know you gotta go. So I ordered a caramel latte. Someone else ordered a caramel latte, and the guy in there said caramel latte. So I walked up to the counter, and he's like, "Yeah," he passed it to me. And the lady like, "No, that's mine," right? A white lady, and she said, "Next time, pay attention to what you're doing." That's what she said to the guy in Dunkin' Donuts. And she said, "And he touched my cup. Change my cup."
Oh wow!
She said he touched my cup, changed my cup.
Talking about you? Did you touch this cup?
Yeah, me. I touched the cup. You know what I'm saying? I had a medium, she had a large, but I didn't know which medium or large. He passed it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he had to pour her cup out because I touched it. He had to pour it out and put it in another cup, and she gave me this look like she gave me this look of like a passive aggressive, like, you know what I'm saying, like a just smile, but I'm like, she just disrespected me, you know what I'm saying?
With
like,
your black hands.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you put your black hand on my white cup, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel bad for them. I was gonna leave, but I wanted to get my change because there was a lady outside that was asking for money, so I wanted to get change to give her my change, you know what I'm saying? So I stayed. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what we experience every single day, man. Racism exists, it's real, it's prevalent, it's in front of you, and we have to continue. Like, it's crazy that I experienced that because right before I got off, I was going to tell Steve, because Steve was like, "Yo, KD is racist." We was playing. But I said, "Yo, this show, there's no such thing as race on this show. There's no such thing." You know what I'm saying? We're not here to judge anybody. We're here to support and be humans. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is they always point out race. White people, white people will always point out race. They will always show you that there's a disparity between the two. They will always do that, no matter how you try to avoid it. is going to be in front of you, so you got to embrace it. Bottom line.
Well, today's show was kind of heavy, man. It's deep. Yo, it's working. Like we building and we coming together as a unit. So, everybody stay tapped in. Don't worry about yesterday. Yesterday was the past. We ain't talking about that old stuff that they was talking about L7. We talking about today. We're not talking about tomorrow, but tomorrow's not here. We talking about today, and we're gonna keep building and keep growing. Keep stay tapped in, man, and keep your black hands off my coffee cup.
Keep your black hands off my coffee. Out.
OG down. Yo, peace, everybody. Everybody have a good day, man. See y'all tomorrow. Peace and love. All right, y'all. Peace.